Hello, everyone. It's Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to come live or share a video to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. I've been away for a couple weeks on a little road trip to see some of my team members in Colorado and Nebraska, but I'm back and on an unusual day, but I will try to get back to my regular Tuesdays here coming up in the future. Today, we're going to be working on a card using Designer Series paper. During August, through August 31st, Stampin' Up! Is offering 15% off 14 of its Designer Series papers from both the annual catalog and the online exclusives. So I wanted to show you a really fun layout to use with the Designer Series paper that you can use with any paper, any sentiments. It's versatile, and then show you the paper that I've chosen. So I don't think I'll be able to show you all 14 papers this month, but I'll try to show you a variety of them. Hey, Jeanne, thanks so much for joining. So, all right, well, let's just pop on down to the workspace, and I'll show you what I have been working on. Last month, I really focused on Christmas in July. Had a really, really fun time with the Season of Green and Gold Sweet collection. So like I said, 14 of the Designer Series papers are on sale this month, including the Mediterranean Blooms 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. My biggest... I love Night of Navies. So this, of course, when I saw this come out, I knew that I had to use this paper. But if you haven't seen this, it's pretty amazing. I'll show you the Night of Navy designs first, and then the wonderful designs that are on the other side of these that make it so versatile. My husband and I traveled to Italy about... a little over a year ago. So this paper also is really special because we were in Sorrento where all the lemons were. So just a sec as I turn this over, citrus. So there's the other side. So lots and lots of really fun things you can do with this Designer Series paper. Some of the dies even cut out some of the images. For one, I hand cut the others. So these are the Designer Series paper sheets included in that packet, and that one is 15% off this month. So while supplies last, get that before it's gone. So this is the card that I'm sharing. This layout is just a very, very versatile layout. So you can see here that I used the citrus side of the Designer Series paper for this card. And then for this one, I used the Night of Navy side along with some of that Night and Navy and Gold ribbon and the Citrus Blooms stamp set. In addition, classes that I did this last month, we made this holiday card using the Seasons of Green and Gold, and that's all different Designer Series paper from that package as well. So you can really see the versatility between three totally different cards, but with the same layout. So let me give you the measurements for this card. Remember, if you lose track of the measurements, you can always look on my blog at KimPlaysWithPaper.com. At the end, I also have some other samples of cards using that Designer Series paper, but not necessarily this layout. So this card base is your 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, and I always like to get my bone folder out and give that a good burnish, a nice edge on that. And then I have my Designer Series paper that measures 5 1/4 by 4, and you can mess around with any of these images on the paper and make some more in the forefront and more in the background. It's up to you because It's kind of whatever you prefer. I believe I forgot to mention that is a garden green card base. And then I have another garden green layer that measures 3 by 4.5. That will go here. And then the designer series paper measures 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. From that designer series paper, I have hand cut one of the images. It really wasn't that difficult. Then I also have a piece of garden green that's 5 by 1, and I ran that through the eyelet 3D embossing folder. Now you can tell on this card I did use a piece of designer series paper. So if your paper has a pattern that will work, feel free to use that. And then I also have a basic white circle die cut with one of the Stylish Shapes dies. A 5 1/4 by 4 piece of white cardstock, along with a little strip of designer series paper that measures 3 3/4 by 4, and that will be for the inside. So once you have the measurements, this card goes together just really quick and easy. I'm sure you'll see. I don't know if you're like me, I love designer series paper. So if for each catalog I offer a paper share, so I can look at all the papers and decide which ones I want more of, allowing you to do the same. So in the future, look for my paper share for the holiday mini catalog that will be available for ordering already September 2nd, less than a month away. So I'm just going to attach this designer series paper onto the garden green. I have that 1/4 of an inch edge all the way around. And then, so if you have any questions about which designer series paper are on the sale, give me a shout. I did list them on my blog post for today so that you'll be able to know which ones. There are a few that are online exclusives that come to mind are the Bright and Beautiful from last year's annual catalog. Also, Perennial Lavender and the Countryside Inn. So those for sure. Winter Meadow is another one. Hey, Terry, thanks so much for joining. Thanks, everyone, if you're able to watch the live. Otherwise, please watch the replay. Let me know. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions you have, any paper crafting questions. I need to use the stamp. Let me just show you this coordinating Citrus Blooms. This is the Citrus Bloom stamp set that coordinates with this designer series paper. So you can also color and die cut and all that good stuff. But I'm just choosing the very basic hello here. So, hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Sorry if I miss you coming in. So I'm just taking my garden green ink and I'm going to try to arrange that so this is so little, it just fits perfectly on here. I'm going to just give that a little stamp on the side here. Yeah, looks good. Just down in the little corner, hello. I love hello because it can be so many different things. I can just grab this card and send it to someone if I'm thinking of them. I could even send it as a birthday in a pinch. So pretty versatile. All right, I just need to put some dimensionals on the back. Grab for these here. About 4 on the back and pop that up. And yeah, just love this design. I've used it. You may have seen it before, but I've used it with other papers. To me, it's just it's a classic one that you can always use. And that's kind of where I start if I'm playing with some new designer series paper or new products. Like, all right, well, this is a great layout that I can use for that. And I did add some linen thread on that previous card. The linen thread did not make it to my workspace, but I still am going to add some jewels. The Opal Rounds assortment. These are Night of Navy, Daffodil Delight, and Clear. These have been seriously really very popular. But they'll be back. We'll keep getting them back in. So I'm going to grab the Daffodil Delight off of here. I just decided to put them on the circle so that you could see them and they would stand out just a little bit better. Hey, good morning, Deb. All right, and then we have the white piece for the inside and just a little piece of designer series paper to dress it up. A lot of you like to dress up your insides and the insides of your cards. And that little strip, and we always seem to have little strips of designer series paper left over, so why not use them there? And we'll just grab that for the inside, and then that kind of brings the outside in with that same coordinating designer series paper. So I just wanted to show you that quick layout because to me, it just works well for any kind of designer series paper and sentiment. This just kind of as a review, that's what we made in Christmas in July classes last month. Now, I did promise I have a friend in Michigan who loves to make cards and sends me cards. And so these are the cards she created with the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper. So these cards, what should I say, they might not necessarily use that same layout, but they use the Designer Series paper. So you can get an idea of the versatility of that. So she combined it with a bunch of other products as well. So there's the showcasing both sides of that designer series paper here. There's another one. Hello, Sunshine. Really does a nice job on the inside of that card. Because in the designer series paper, you'll see that there are some that aren't full. I love that. Another one. Now we go to the orange citruses. So kind of the same layout, but trying to use all that designer series paper. Again, just as a reminder, this paper is on sale. It's a 12 by 12 package of designer series paper, double-sided designs, 15% off. So I think that ends up to be $10.62. Let me know if you have any questions. Just using little squares of all the different designer series paper. That's a really fun layout as well. A really good way to showcase all those pieces of designer series paper. Sometimes the problem with the paper, not the problem, the good thing is that it has so many options, you just don't know which side to use. So get 2 packages. So I appreciate Linda for sending me all these samples. I love this designer series paper. And I love that you have 2 options. Hey, Melinda, thanks so much for joining. And there's the last card. But all those images from the designer series paper, very versatile. As a reminder, through the end of August, Stampin' Up's 14 selections of its designer series paper are on sale for 15% off. And today, I just focused on the Mediterranean Blooms. Find out more information on my blog or leave any questions here. Give me a shout. I'm also on YouTube. But thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. And until next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye.